It's the Digital Board Gamer here with our top hot and not games for July 2025. If you're new to this series, what I do is I go to the Popular Now. You can click here. You can see the top 100 games played on BGA. Now this is a current up-to-date list. So what I do is at the beginning of the month I take screenshots and then I compare between the two. The only thing with math and percentages, if a game falls off the list, I give it the value 110 to get some kind of percentage gain and fall. All right, so first up, I'd like to look at the top 10 between last month, June, and now. The only movement we have is at the end of the list. Carcassonne is now currently in 8th place. It was 9th last month. And that means Splendor switched positions. And then Agricola slipped and beat Castles of Burgundy out. They kind of switched spots. Flip 7 is our newest game, close to the top 10. It actually fell back one place, so I'm not sure if it has enough steam to make it up to the top 10. Same thing with White Castle. It was a newer game. It was 18, and now it's down to 19, so we'll see where it lands. Next, I like to look at games that are new to the list. These games generally are newer games to BGA. Hutan is no different. It's new to the list at 58. Usually these games fall off pretty quickly and we don't see them next month, but we'll see where they land. Back on the list is Acropolis. This is the 6th month that I've kept track of this. It's been on the list 3 times and then it fell off for the last 3 months and it came back on at 90. So I'm not sure why the sudden increase. Now, to be fair, it could have been 103, 104 and it's just off the list. I don't have data higher than 100. Another game back on the list is Zenith or Zenith. Been on the list for 3 months before this, and then last month it fell off and now it came back at 92. One of my favorite trick-taking games made it back to the list. It's been on the list a couple times in the high 90s, and that's where it landed again at 96. And then lastly, Alhambra made it to the list. This is the first time it's ever been on the list, and it just barely snuck in at 100. So for games that left, I like to go through these quickly. Easy Peasy left off the list. It's been on for 3 months. Scythe fell off the list. It's been on the list ever since I keep track. Low 80s, and then it fell off the list now. Same thing with Obsession, fell off the list. Last month, we had Coffee Rush, a beta game sneak in at 95. It fell off the list. Isle of Cats, been on the list twice and fell off. King of Tokyo Duel, no surprise there. It was on the list for 4 months, and it fell hard every month. 27, 60, 93, 97, and now fell off. Next, I like to look at the games from last month. First, we had Flip 7. It went from 67 to 14 last month. And like I already said, it just dropped 1 position, and now it's in 15th spot. Welcome to the Moon, the number 2nd. It went all the way off the list, all the way to 28th. Be having a full release will do that. Now it fell down just to 59. If you didn't know that, Adventure 4 is now out. It's a cool update. I think they're going to try to get all the adventures on here now. It's been doing pretty well, so let's hope it keeps up its steam and the rest of the adventures can come out. Number 3, we had Season. Season went all the way from 95 to 66, and this month it went to 74, so just lost a few places there. Lost about 10 places there. Puerto Rico was on the list. It was 96, then went to 69. And then this month it dropped about 4 more places to 73. So not a whole lot of places lost. And then finally Distilled. Distilled went from 91 to 72. And then it lost most of its steam and went back to 89. For our not hot games of the month, these are generally all going to be newer games that come out. That's just how it normally works. Games just fall. Rats of Wistar still off the list. Point Salad is still off the list. Easy Peasy went from 40 to 84, and now it's off the list. Altered, a deck building game, went from 31 to 54, and then back to 25. So it caught up quite a few positions there. And then Challengers, 27 to 44, and then this month it's at 41. So it caught up just a little bit. All right, let's talk about the not hot games for July now. First up, we have a beta game, Apiary here. Apiary came on last month, brand new to the list at 58, and now it went to 81. That was a drop about 39-40%. Again, being a new game, this is generally what happens. They start on strong, and then they fall off. Just like Arboretum. Arboretum last month was 78, and it fell off the list this month. Not quite sure where it landed, but a drop about 41%. But Feast of Odin now is a little bit more of a rare situation. It's always been on the list. It's been bouncing quite around. Last month it was at 49, so it gained quite a bit from May at 61. And then it just lost pretty much all the momentum and a little bit more and went to 71. So that was a fall about 45%. So which made it make the list for not hot games. Why the sudden up and down, I'm not sure, but it's been all over the place. It was at 48, then 60, then 53, then 45, then 61, then 49, and now 71. So I think just some variance in that game, and it just happened to get lower and then a lot higher for this month. At number 2, we had Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship. This was a very popular game at 25, and then it just happened to fall to 49. If you're not familiar, this is a pandemic-ish style game, and it's more of a demo on BGA. So went from 25 to 49. I know this one's only going to be on for 6 months or so, they said. So we'll see if this one can stick around for next month. I got a feeling it probably won't, because there's not going to be any more content added to it. It's just the one scenario you can play. Speaking of scenarios and content, this one, Welcome to the Moon, it made it on 97, then fell off. Last month shot all the way up to 28 when it was full release, and now at 59. I'm not sure if just the drip feed of a couple extra adventures will keep it up high enough. We'll see, but it fell, like I said, from 28 to 59, and that's over 100% fall. All right, and for our hot games of the month, first, number 5, surprisingly, Great Western Trail. Great Western Trail has been on the list every month. It's always been in the 40s, 50s, and basically last month it was at 59, and then it went to 45. So it gained 23-ish%. So not a huge gain, especially compared to the next few. Like I said before, Hutan is new to the list, so I gave it 110, and it made it all the way to 58, so it gained 47-ish%. Dead Cells, number 3, made the list for 3 months, and then it's been missing the last 2 months, but came back at 53. I think because they're slowly adding more of the campaigns. 3 months ago, they added another one, and then just 9 days ago, they added the newest mission you can do. So we'll see if that affects it all, if it can come down a little bit lower, or if it'll fall off a little bit more. Currently, it says it's trending, so we'll see. Number 2, Altered, that deck building game I mentioned earlier. Been on the list every month. It's just really up and down. It was actually on the list last month, and it's been 49, 33, 33, 36, 31, 54, and it made all the way to 25 this month. So gain of 53%. And then lastly, first place, Verdant. So it being a new game, it's made up on the list, so we'll kind of have to see next month if it can stick around or if it's going to go like many of these games and fall off. Like I've said, usually the new games make it on the top hot games, and then a lot of times we see them on the top not hot games next month. So we'll see. If you like this list, give me a like and subscribe if you haven't. As always, I've been the Digital Board Gamer. Good luck and have fun.